Okay, so let's create an Android application to see how we can use intent to move from one activity to another activity. So right now, as you can see, there is only one activity in my project, that is my main activity. So first let's create one more activity. So for that, go to your Java folder, right click on it, go to new activity, and then go to empty activity. Now I'm gonna name my activity as second activity. Then click finish. So right here, as you can see, my second activity is created. Now first go to your activity underscore main.xml file. So first let me design my interface. So let's take a button. Now I'm gonna name this button as open second activity and ID as button underscore second activity. Now what I'm gonna do is on this button click we will move to this second activity. So in my second activity I'm gonna take one large text and I'm gonna give the text as welcome to second activity and ID as TV underscore second activity. Okay, now we are done with our designing part. Now let's go to main active Java file. Right here, first let's declare a button and I'm gonna name it as button open. Import the class. Okay, now first of all let's typecast this button. Button open is equals to button find view by ID and r.id dot button second activity. Okay, now I'm gonna set a listener to this button. So for that, button open dot set on click listener. Now I'm going to create a new on click listener. Okay, now in this on click method I'm gonna create an object of intent class which we will use to move to our second activity, intent, and I'm gonna name it as intent new intent. Now in this constructor what we will pass is the name of our activity on which we want to move. In this case that is our second activity. So for that, go to your second activity.xml file, go to the text, and as you can see right here, tools context, this is the name of your second activity or full path to your second activity. So copy this, go to your main activity.java file and paste this right here in the constructor of intent. Now one more thing that we have to do is we have to use a method that is start activity and we are gonna pass the intent in it. Okay, now one more thing that we have to do is go to your manifest file. Now as you can see right here, there are two activities. One is your second activity and one is your main activity. Now what we have to do is we have to make an intent filter for our second activity. So for that, copy this code and paste it right here. Now we have to do some changes in our second activity. First of all, we have to change the category from launcher to default. It's because there is only one launcher activity in our application, that is our main activity. Now one more thing that we have to do is we have to change the name, that is this one. So delete this one. Now we have to give the name from right here, this one. Copy this again and paste this right here in your manifest file. Okay, that's all, we are good to go. Let's take a look on all the files again. Yeah, that's all, we're done. Now let's run our application. Okay, as you can see, when I click on this button, open second activity, we move to our second activity. As you can see the message right here, welcome to second activity. So that's all.